Breaking news, my wonderful people. Abubakar Malami, when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu, swings into action almost immediately and comes alive. But when it comes to those who are destroying lives and property in Nigeria, the Bokos, and those who they've imported into this country to cause mayhem on the people of Nigeria so that they can have a field day, they conduct what we call repentant bandits program. In fact, Buhari took millions or billions recently to say he's creating a rehabilitation center for grown men who are murderers. So I don't understand how you are going to bend an old tree that have gotten its roots deep down into the ground. Except God intervene and does something, I don't know how that is going to change in a split of a second. Now, exclusive, Malami speaks on Soludo's request to stand surety for Nnamdi Kanu. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, has reacted to Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo's request to stand as surety for Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Mr. Kanu has been leading the camp for the indigenous people of Biafra, the state of Biafra. According to Kanu, Biafra Republic will comprise of people of Igbo-speaking origin from Nigeria's southeast and some parts of the south state. IPOB leader was first arrested by Nigerian spy agency in 2015 in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. Mr. Kanu's trial was based on terrorism and treason. Charges has been dismissed by the Court of Appeal in Abuja. The Apex Court on 13th October heard that Mr. Kanu extrajudicial rendition to Nigeria from Kenya last year June was violation of Nigeria extradition treaty and also a breach of his fundamental human rights. The government action and court said invalidated the trial. The court ordered his release from the custody of the Nigerian Secret Police State Security Service, but Mr. Kanu remains in detention, with whose authority nobody really knows. Why the federal government pursue its appeal at the Supreme Court in an effort to have its charges against him restored. There have, however, been calls from different quarters for the IPOB leader's release. Governor Charles Soludo joined the list of those calling for Mr. Kanu's release during the presidential campaign flag-off of the All Progressive Grand Alliance APGA in Anambra State on the 15th January. Mr. Soludo said if Mr. Kanu cannot be released unconditionally by the Nigerian government, the IPOB leader should be released to him and he will stand as a surety. In an exclusive interview with Premium Times on Wednesday, the Attorney General of the Federation said he was not in receipt of Soludo's request. There is no such request formally before the federal government or the judiciary process. Whatever Soludo has said, he just made a statement. He has not put out a formal request in that regard. As at today, January the 18th, 2023, I am not in receipt of any application arising from the public statement made by the governor of Anambra State, Charles Soludo, either through the judiciary process or extended to me as the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Malami, have said. Mr. Malami, a senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, explained that when a matter is pending before the court, the right channel through which any request is processed can be presented for consideration is through the judiciary process. He added that several calls for Mr. Kanu's release has not been invoked formally for the consideration by the Attorney General. Mr. Kanu is facing treasonable charges before Justice Binta Iyoko of the Federal High Court in Abuja, who granted him bail in 2017. But the Nigerian Army on 14 September 2017 invaded IPOB's leader home in Umuahia, Abia State, during which 18 civilians were held. Mr. Michael Zyowu, Mr. Kanu's lawyer, said during a court session, due to the invention, Mr. Kanu fled the country, prompting Mrs. Siko to the trial judge to issue a warrant of arrest on the IPOB leader, which led to his arrest in Kenya, and nobody knows how that formally happened. So if you listen very carefully to the Attorney General, I may not be his big fan, but it makes sense. If the governor of Anambra State is sincere and really wants Kanu released, yes, what he should do is go through the channel, which is, you may not like it, but it's the truth, yes, because they've refused to release Kanu. The government of Nigeria are at fault. Whatever Kanu has done to them, we don't know. Because I'm saying at fault, not because the judgment has come in favor or against, but the court said he has been discharged and he should be released. And according to Buhari, when the Igbo elders met him, he said he leaves Kanu's judgment in the hands of the judiciary. Now, the same judiciary, without fear or favor, who is right or is wrong, said Kanu should be released. However, Nigerian government have failed to obey the courts. So you will ask yourself, is there law and order in the country? Question, is there law and order in the country? Reason being, that's why these are arms of government. The judiciary is an arm of government that should be independent, not being bound by the presidency. The presidency has refused to obey the judiciary. So he feels that justice has not been served. Now, whether you like Kanu or you don't like Kanu, the judgment from the court says release him. However, these same people have refused to release him. So who is at fault here? You said Kanu cannot be released until, the courts formally say something about him. The courts have said release him, yet he's still in custody. Now, what's his name? Is saying that the governor have to do, he heard what the governor said, but the governor has not gone through the right channel to indicate that he really wants Kanu released. And that comes to the Attorney General. And I'm wondering, Attorney General, don't you know the proceedings of the law? The courts. So you have a higher jurisdiction from the courts that have said release him. Nigerians, answer me. Bye for now.